Hello and welcome. I'm going to teach you everything about making liveries in Substance Painter. First of all, you've got Substance Painter. Good job. Next step is to go into the car dumper, dump full model and livery. Yep, that'll do. I'm going to grab everything from my car dumps folder and put it into a little project folder. I've already got some things in here. Go into Substance. I'm going to go to New. We're going to select our mesh. Resolution can be 2K, 4K. Let's make it a higher res one. Why not? We'll open that. Using Alt and left click, middle mouse, or scroll wheel, right click is how you're going to navigate your way in this window. What we can start with is we go to paintable body. This is our body texture. Going to open our little folder here. I would like to put a decal on the side of my car. Click and drag. Base color. Boom, it's on the car. That's how easy it is. We are going to use these tools up here to scale it. We'll just position it a bit better. Rotate it. And now I would like to mirror image it onto the other side of the car. I can click this in here, Control D duplicates it. We select this one, and to make it travel on the x-axis, open the 3D projection settings tab. I'll just use the offset slider on X to put it to the other side of the car. You can see it's already mirror imaged. We can flip it around like that, but I'm going to keep it as a mirror image. Also adjust the rotation a bit for this side too. Cool. What should I do next? I should put a carbon fiber on the bonnet. We're going to add a fill layer. And now we're going to open our folder again. We're going to click and drag the carbon one into that little square here. Base color. That's going to cover the whole car, but what we can do is we can add a black mask. And we click on that thing there. We can choose to paint carbon fiber onto the car, or we can use this tool over here called Polygon Fill. We can zoom in on the bonnet. That is going to fill only those faces that we choose. Nice and crisp edge. It's a bit large scale for carbon fiber. We can open this tab here again. Scale the tiling right up. Oh, this one. There we go. 50. That looks pretty good. What else can we do? We can apply patina. To do that, we need to go into the texture set settings, make sure body is highlighted, and we click bake mesh maps. And we're also going to tick height and bent normals. Make sure that's selected, make sure we bake to that material only, and we click go. And this is going to give the program a whole bunch of information about the model. Now that's done, we'll return. Now that we've got all that layer information, we can go over to the tab called Smart Materials. And here we have a whole bunch of options. I would like to give it this one. So we'll just drag that onto here. And what that does is it generates all this damage and wear on high areas and places where you'd expect there to be scratches and whatnot. And we can open this folder here. We can click on each of these masks, and that'll give us some more options to change. Mask editor is the main one to edit. Here we can give it more or less scratching, adjust the balance. We could invert it to give the top parts the scratching, or rather the paint that's left over. We can change the color of that paint. I'll leave it as black though. And what if we wanted the in-game paint to appear below these scratches? We can go into base color so we can see the transparency. And it should just be as easy as deleting this base level right at the bottom of this pack. We'll remove that layer. And there we go. Now, what if I wanted to apply the scratches to my decals as well? We can copy this effect and put it into each of these layers. Obviously, we need to adjust it a little bit to make it look a bit more visible. We'll probably invert this or uninvert it so it looks like that. And now I'll copy this effect and put it onto the other side of the car, or the other decal on the other side of the car. Cool. That looks good. Now, the exporting is the important part. We have to do this properly. We'll untick the things that we aren't going to export, and we're only going to be exporting the base color. Now we go into global settings again. We choose our export folder. Select folder. We want it with alpha. That's the third one in the list. Gonna make our file PNG, 16-bit. Why not? We'll make it 4K, and we want to give it dilation and diffusion. And we'll set the dilation to, let's say, 8 pixels. Now what this dilation does is it takes the edges of all of these shapes, takes the last pixel and stretches it out by this amount. What this does is when you put the model into the, put this livery into the game, it prevents pixel bleeding, which you'll see parts of the car paint underneath peeking past where they're not supposed to. So with this diffusion dilation, that will be all good. Export. Done. We will grab this new texture that we've made. You can see the dilation. And we'll grab these also. We won't need texture body. Cool. Copy these into visuals livery template build. Paste. Now, as this texture stands how it is, it's going to import into the game as a matte decal, and we want it to be, well, I want it to be matte, but to make it look like gloss, we take a blank image, fill the layer to black, set the opacity to 1. And we can export. Gloss map. So into the game, visuals, livery templates, constructor, body texture. I forgot to rename it, didn't I? We'll just double check the name real quick. Yep, okay. Windows texture, Aristo texture, glass. Body material, I'm going to leave it blank to make it look matte for this first one. Windows material, and we'll grab the original material for this car. Bake. Nasty. Load template. Nasty. Bada bing, bada boom. It's got scratches and shit. Let's make another one. Windows texture. Texture glass. Body material. Gloss matte. Windows material. Material glass. Bake. Load template. And now that has a gloss shine to it. Matte and gloss are really the only things I can give you for certain for material, but that looks okay how it is. We can also paint the car still and have the scratches over top. Cool. That's about all there is to it. It's pretty simple. Just got to learn the program a little bit. Play around, have fun with it. That's the main thing. Alright, show me those liveries.